So we've already started the phase-in the sense that we're only taking reception and year one, so the age of 4 and 5, simply for the reason that historically the youngest age that we would accept for teams would have been 5-year-olds. So last year's 5-year-olds are now 6 years old. So we didn't want to interfere into that age so as not to break up existing teams. So basically it's a new intake of 5s. So this year's 5s will next year become 6, and we'll take a new intake of 5. Then 6 will become 7s, the 5 will become 6, and new intakes of 5s, until eventually we have a full sort of class of 5 to 10-year-olds. So that's the idea. It's going to take a few years to do.
And at the end of that intake, how will that play out? How will the academy feed the teams?
It's a good question, and it's one that we're working on. Again, the clubs are very important on how we do this. They are the ones who manage the kids. They're the ones who manage, obviously, all the way to senior football. So we're going to start talking to them, and already some concepts are flying about. Possibility of having some sort of feeder system through a draft or something like that. But it's still very early days, but we're very conscious that we need to start coming up with more firm ideas soon.
An important question, money. The GFA has been feeding money into clubs for the development of youth football. How will this change with the football academy now in place?
There's no impact to that, in the sense that the funding that is given to clubs is given directly from UEFA to the clubs based on them having youth development programs and a certain number of youth teams. So immediately there's no impact on them, in the sense that they will continue to be able to have youth teams. We've already started speaking as well to UEFA, because they're very aware of what we're doing, and we'll just find a formula for them not to be affected in that way.
And like with any new project, there's always a long-term plan. What's the long-term vision for this?
The long-term vision has to be to open football to everyone, to make sure that children can develop in their own pace and not be judged every weekend on their or teammates being better than them, or a poorer team getting thrashed 10, 11, 12-0 and getting bored of the sport. The long-term vision is obviously to retain as many players as possible, have them play and learn the skills and just enjoy the game. And eventually, everything is done to supplement our league, in that we will have as many homegrown players playing in the league at a good level, and for the national team, for them to do a good job both at international level.